Oh, girl, shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Janine. If you are new here, if you're new to the channel, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. The Christian girlies are beefing, okay? And I'm not trying to be funny, but I'm serious. The Christian girlies are beefing. Of course, it's black women. Of course, it's black women who don't want to be called out or held accountable, okay? But for those who are new here, before we get into the conversation, my content on TikTok started back in 2023 is when I started to post. And really 2024 is where I really figured out my niche of, talking about accountability for women and us being modest and how we present ourselves and just our overall presentation, our behaviors, all of those things, specifically related to black women. And they hated it. They told me to mind my business. They called me all type of pick-me's. They called me all type of names. I've been doxxed before, all because I'm telling women about how important it is for them to hold themselves accountable, carry themselves like ladies, be feminine, work on themselves. And my content didn't center around to get a man. This is just talking about how women should carry themselves in general. Right. And somehow me talking about that, oh, you're a pick me. You're looking for male attention. I'm talking to women about being more modest and how you present yourselves. But yet I'm male centered. Okay. Well, I'm going to share a clip of this video from this creator who basically started to discuss her opinions on modesty, and she's on her own modesty journey. And the girls are mad. So let's drop the clip and let's come back and talk about it.
Don't hate me for what I'm about to say. Please don't come for me. Don't come for me. And this is not for the believers who are still very new in their faith. This is for the women who have been in there, who are in it. I do not want this to come off as judgmental or condemning, but at what point does modesty come into the picture? And I know, everyone's like, Talitha, you didn't dress modestly for most of the time. I'm aware. I will say, we're about to go in the summer. It's getting hot outside. You want to go to the beach? Cool. You want to go to the pool? Great. You want to go to the gym and wear a sports bra? Do your thing. There's a difference between existing in your body and showing off your body. Modesty is not about hiding your beauty. It's about valuing your worth. Because I am someone who has done such a huge transformation in my life and my walk with Christ, and specifically how I dress, I just want to hold other women accountable.
So for me, I would never have a problem with a woman wanting to change and also hold women accountable on her journey, right? I do understand that when you make a change within yourself, you have to also give grace to other people, right? But the conversation around modesty is never going to be received by black women. They can't stand it. That is the one thing that they hate. For you to tell them to put clothes on, it's like telling them to hurt themselves, honestly. Telling a black woman to put clothes on is like telling her to hurt herself. So I think the issue that they have with her is her journey doesn't look picture perfect. She doesn't have the most modest clothing, but I think she's identified that. Like she said that, I know that I have not been the best with this. But just because I haven't been the best doesn't mean I can't still share my journey and also encourage women along the road. Because maybe she's figuring out, like, what was I doing it for? I was chasing attention. I was, trying to look for validation, whatever it might have been, right? My whole thing with their whole argument is she could have been the perfect of the perfect and they still would hate her. They would still be mad. You cannot please these black women. You just can't. But I'm going to share for y'all some of the commentary from the girls in regards to her opinion.
Oh, girl, shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. Just shut up. No, for real, just shut up. I hate the performativity of it all. That's not even a word, but y'all catch my drift, right? There is a very niche set of women, particularly on the World Wide Web, who drastically changed their content from being male-centered to policing other women because they are a newfound Christian. Like, it's very niche, but it's very common, and I'm tired of seeing it. Like, I just want somebody to pick this girl. I want her to find her God-fearing man. And I want them to live happily ever after and have 50 fucking kids and go have the white picket fence that she wants so badly. But it really needs to stop. It truly gets to a point. Mind you, you're talking about holding other women accountable. Who's holding you accountable? Because you literally just posted your ass not even 2 days ago.
And I think it's important with this whole Talitha Jane, like modesty, when does modesty come into the picture, like conversation. I think it's very important to note. That modesty only came into the picture for her because she wanted a man. She wanted to acquire a man. That's why modesty came into the picture for her. And that's why she's judging other women who have men, by the way. She's judging these other women who were able to find a man without being modest because she still have no man. She who haveth no man is judging the women who haveth man. And I find that very interesting because instead of walking like in your faith and trusting, God and everything and the journey that he's taking you on and enjoying your relationship with God and what he has planned for you, you're taking time outside of your journey and starting to project onto other women who have their own journey because you still have not found a man. It's all about a man. Her and B. Simone have a lot of similarities that I don't know if I necessarily feel comfortable divulging on the internet because you know how they get. Some of these Christians are very, but yeah.
And when it comes to this whole Talitha Jones, Christian modesty, women should be modest, X, Y, and Z conversation, I just want to say this because I grew up in church my whole life. Your personal convictions are just that, your personal convictions. You should not ever get on the internet trying to put your personal convictions on other people. And it's really frustrating because as somebody who grew up in church and they tried to teach people, you wear your skirts down to your ankles and X, Y, and Z. I told my family a long time ago, I was not doing that. I don't care who think I'm unholy. I'm not doing that. And when you see me to this day, I love me a good two-piece. Love me a good crop top. Love me a good bodysuit, okay? And when people see me, they still know that Christ's light shines through. Number one, everybody that I know who was wearing skirts down to their ankles had children out of wedlock every 2 years, and I can promise you that. Secondly, when it comes to this whole creator, people are saying that she's very male-centered, that she's trying to get a husband. All this is alleged because I don't watch this girl, okay? I want to say this. In church, especially, I feel like they teach women that if you live by this rule book, this man-made rule book, let's start there, that God will give you a husband. God is not Santa Claus. He is not living by the same rules that Santa Claus lives by. You be good, you get on a nice list, God drops the man off for you on Christmas Day. God is not like that because you should be living like that anyway. So don't ever get on the internet trying to seem holier than thou, talking about what other people should be doing in their walk with Christ. That's all I got to say.
And I think what always gets me about this modesty conversation is that it never comes from a place of, I decided to dress more modestly because I realized that I was wearing less clothes to get more like attention, right? I was wearing less clothes because I didn't love myself or I didn't have confidence in myself. So I thought showing off the parts of my body would attract, the male gaze a little harder. And so I went on a journey of modesty to just truly love myself and work on myself. This conversation always still is male-centered. I became modest because I realized I wasn't going to get the right kind of man by wearing those kind of clothes. And what's most bothersome, it's always the girlies who used to be sheen warriors who finally discovered Aritzia Basics telling you that you need to be more modest and be in your conviction to modesty because of XYZ, when it's like, we know it's because of a man. Modesty in and of itself, in the Christian sense, is male-centered, right? In the Bible, in religion, it is so that you as a woman are not tempting in the eyes of a man.
So of course it always goes back to need to be picked, get a man, you're looking for a man, you want a man, and the only reason that you're changing is because you want a man. Now, my issue with that is, why is it wrong to change yourself to attract a better man? Right? We make changes to ourselves when anything else we want to do. When we want to lose weight, we make changes. When we want a better job, we go back to school. More money, you get a different job. Our hair routine, we want to grow it, we got to change up the products. When you want to get better or do better or have better, you have to make changes. So because this woman, if it is related to a man, let's just say it is, because there's nothing wrong with that. She could have looked at all of her previous relationships, all the men that had been in her life, all the results of how she was treated, what happened, how she treated men, how she used her body, and realize the common denominator is me and how I carried myself and what I was attracting. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with coming to that realization? Because a lot of these black women out here are single, unmarried, with a bunch of kids, with their whole behinds hanging out, telling people that they can't tell them what to do. It's like, shut up, girl, shut up. All you need is a man. All you want is a man. Why is modesty such a big fight with black women? Why do we want and love to be naked? They get so mad at modesty that they hate that I wear a hijab. You know how many people leave in my comments, I missed you with your hair when I saw your hair. I wish you would take that hijab off. Why do you need to wear a hijab? What's the point of it? It's Melson. It's like, why do you care about me being covered up? Why does that bother black women so much? Why? And it's like this conversation is going to always keep going on and on and on because they just fight and fight and fight to be naked. And their favorite line is, God is the only one who can judge me. Jesus died for our sins. This is the argument that these women will keep telling themselves. And when they throw in religion and they can't say that for her, like, well, you're a newfound Christian, so mind your business. Let us do what we're doing. It's just always an argument, and they will never be able to receive the message no matter who it comes from.
Talitha did nothing wrong, like at all. I think we really need to have a better understanding of what a personal conviction is, because the Bible says to be modest. It says that. Talitha quite literally said, if it's hot outside, you want to go to the beach, fine. As in, like, you can, like, wear a bikini, whatever. She literally said, you want to wear a sports bra to the gym? Cool. And what are people doing? They're in her comments and in other videos comments saying, mind you, this was her 3 days ago, and it's a picture of her Instagram of her in a swimsuit 3 days ago. She quite literally said, if you want to wear it, then wear it. So what are we getting at? And this is where personal conviction comes into play. The Bible says to be modest, so be modest. So what do we think modest is? What do we personally deem to be modest and immodest? She says it's okay to wear a sports bra to the gym, so she wears it. Somebody else may not. That is the personal conviction. Now, if she came on the internet saying, everyone who's wearing a sports bra, you're terrible, the Lord does not want you to do that, put a t-shirt on. That is pushing your personal conviction onto other people. She did not do that, not once. Not at all. In fact, she quite literally said that we should take into consideration the Lord when we dress ourselves, when we do things with our bodies. What did she say that was wrong?
And I'm glad we have women who do get it, who understand, who are not obtuse to the idea of what it is, because modesty is so much beauty in it. It goes just beyond your clothing, but that is the first, presentation is how people see you. How you are dressed plays a big factor in all of this. And we try to find a way to finesse it, and we try to find a way to make it fit our narrative, but it doesn't change what it is. Like I said, she could have been the most perfect person, never exposing herself in certain ways. Like myself, I didn't post pictures of me exposing my body, exposing my booty cheeks, my stomach, all showing all these things, and they still for me. They still cannot handle it. And now that I wear my hijab, if I ever bring up modesty or how we dress, it's like, oh, you want us to look like a Muslim? It's like, no, just look like a woman with respect. Self-respect, that's it, that's all. So they don't want to hear from anybody. Not their own fellow Christian sister, definitely not the Muslim girls, not the men. I don't know. I don't know who they want to hear from, but modesty is like poison to black women. Put a shirt on, pull put a longer skirt on, cover up my boobs. Are you high? That's what they will say to you. Are you high? You gotta be telling a black woman to put some clothes on. So this is the newest thing happening on TikTok, where black women are always going to push back against putting clothes on. And yeah, so these are just my thoughts, my opinion. Per the usual, share your thoughts in the comments, drop it down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, of course. Subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next episode soon. Bye.